Now I am reading, today I'm reading from A Life in Aikido, the biography of the founder, Morihei Ueshiba, and I am now reading the first section of the first chapter. The first chapter is entitled, Attaining Heavenly Skills. Okay, let's start. Again, this is page 19 of The Life in Aikido, the beginning of the main text. So the subheading is Kami-waza, the divine skill of an enlightened man. Aikido is not like the islands of Niijima and Shinzan, volcanoes that erupted from the ocean floor overnight. Rather, it is like a mountain built by the perseverance, self-sacrifice, and austerity of one generation. During the 86 years of Morihei Ueshiba's life, the founder tried to build this mountain ever higher. Whatever did not hold firm and true, he replaced with something higher and stronger. In this image of the mountain, the rocks and crags are really the founder's heart and soul. He was eager to master the ancient traditions of the martial arts, but what he truly sought was a new art built on deeper truths. He tested himself, body and soul, night and day in this search. His life came to embody its goal. Perhaps for this reason, the principles of Aikido are very powerful. Physical movements developed and tested by long experience, deeply felt spiritual principles that touch the heart. Aikido embodies a search for truth that reaches beyond the human frame of reference to the realization of an omnipotent presence and to union with that presence. The founder had a powerful effect not just on those direct students who he instructed every day, but even on people simply watching his demonstrations or observing classes at the dojo. They say his eyes glittered with a penetration that could pierce metal. Anyone who saw him was impressed with the unbroken harmony of mind, body, and ki that gave him absolute strength. His art can only be described as a kami-waza, an ability that seems heavenly rather than merely human. A longtime student of Aikido, who had practiced with the founder for more than a decade, once said, "I would have liked to touch O-sensei at least once. The moment I was about to touch him, my body always ended up flying through the air. I never knew how that happened. I could only reason that it was because it was a kami-waza." Another student from late in the founder's life said, "The moment we faced each other, I felt as if I had turned into tiny seeds, and that he would inhale me into his body when he took a breath. For me, O-sensei was divine." Once, an artist watched the founder give a demonstration of Aikido. He spoke of it with feeling. "I was fascinated to see with my own eyes that absolute power was neither aggressive nor rough, and that it could be expressed in such a pleasant and beautiful form. Watching him, you experience the kind of bliss one feels worshipping before the images of Shinto or Buddhist deities." These comments and impressions reflect the founder's expression of kami-waza, heavenly skills. His behavior in daily life was human and ordinary, but when he was in the Aikido dojo, I myself would have to agree. His skills indeed transcended human ability. Especially after he reached the age of 60, the fierce appearance of the founder as a younger man was replaced by an aura of warmth and harmony. Barely detectable at first, once you got close to him, it had the power of a gravitational pull. I think of what is called a black hole, that mysterious empty space of high density and zero gravity. You could always feel a kind of mystical power that was beyond ordinary logic. There is no other way to say it. He had attained a kami-waza, a level of technique that was apparently more than human. This attainment was simply not present from the beginning when the founder began his long study of the martial way. As I have said, it was the fruit of long and arduous training, the result of a life devoted to overcoming the self. In other words, I believe it was not so much the conscious creation of the founder as a gift from heaven in recognition of his effort. The founder's merit as a human being comes from the dedication of his life to Budo, martial arts. What deserves veneration in this life is the training that allowed him to attain this kami-waza and to challenge the farthest limits of human destiny. It would be a mistake simply to revere the founder thoughtlessly without considering the intense effort that went into his achievement. He was not simply born into the state he achieved. Okay, we'll stop there. There's a story after this about O-sensei's study with Buddhist monks and Shinto priests, and we'll resume that in a further reading, and hopefully by then we'll have received our copies of A Life in Aikido. Thank you, and have a good day.